Meantime, today, new evidence that research science is getting caught in the crossfire of a funding battle between the Trump administration and Harvard University. Scientists at the university say they are now facing the prospect of laying off staff, euthanizing research animals, and bringing years-long projects to a halt after the Trump administration froze billions to the school for not adhering to a list of their demands. Our next guest is the scientist leading one of the world's preeminent research programs on tuberculosis. That, of course, an infectious disease that kills more than 1 million people a year worldwide. She received a notice earlier this week to stop her work. And Dr. Sarah Fortune is joining me right now. She's a professor of immunology and infectious diseases at the Harvard School of Public Health. Thank you so much for joining me. And I know you've said your tuberculosis research is the most significant of your entire career. So what went through your mind when you got this notice to stop working on it?
So thank you so much for having me. I think we had been prepared that this might be coming, and it still was just a total gut punch, and met with sort of a moment of resolve.
Okay, resolve, and yet another part of this, you've said rather heartbreakingly, you may have to euthanize your research animals. What can you tell us about that?
Well, you know, in the immediate aftermath of the stop work order, we had some really complicated decisions to make. One of them was about the research animals. I have to say that one of the silver linings of this really complicated, chaotic week has been that a philanthropic organization has stepped forward to save that vaccine study, save that part of the program. And so now we feel that is actually taken care of. We can move on to actually trying to save the science, save the data, and the progress that we have made over the past 4 years.
Well, that is remarkable, thanks to that philanthropic organization. But what about the fact that Harvard is telling the administration it's not going to comply with its demands? Does that buy you even more time to continue your research? Do you feel confident you will?
You know, I am a small pawn here in the university's negotiations with the administration, and I don't really know what the outcome of that will be. We are trying to find other avenues to save the data, save the knowledge we've accumulated, save this research consortium, independent of the outcome of those negotiations.
And what happens if you don't? I mean, give me what is lost.
Oh, so much is lost. So I've been working on this program for a decade. We got funded for this project. This was the NIH's moonshot for TB. So we got funded for this starting in 2020. And we have data on 1,000 people who let us sample their lung cells to understand the immunology of TB, what protective immunity looks like, what other immunity looks like, things like asthma. And, you know, all of that is just here, waiting to be analyzed, waiting to be put in the public domain. And we risk losing all of that knowledge. You know, that's like $34 million of knowledge that we're sitting on that we risk just putting in cold storage.
Let's hope that does not happen and that you're able to continue. Dr. Sarah Fortune, thank you so much for the work you do. And as I like to say to my kids, just keep on keeping on. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.